Hello, this is Andrea Coulter, your modern day medicine woman, and welcome to my very first video in a 5-part video series. Now, this is all about healthy summer glow and how to maintain and regain and stay healthy in the heat and the humidity and the hot summer weather, from the inside out and from the top to bottom. So I'm going to cover all the amazing ways that we need to stay healthy as much as possible, and in particular covering 5 specific areas that I often see be big health issues in the summertime, and ones that sometimes maybe we're not even aware of, other than it is an issue, but the fact that it actually can create deeper damage if it's not resolved properly. Now, this series is also introducing my Healthy Summer Glow Kit, which is at my website, and it will be on sale for the whole duration of this series. So for sure, pop over there and have a look at it and get it, because these remedies are going to be well worth it. As well, the booklet is probably 60 pages long. I'm going to show you. This is, again, you're going to get the booklet in PDF file, but like I said, it's a similar booklet to this. This is my emergency kit book that I keep in my office, but also the kit will come with remedies. So again, if you haven't bought one of these kits before, they're really fun and easy to use. There is a video on my kit page that explains how to use them, but super awesome little remedies, and you will get them when you purchase the kit online. And so this week I'm going to talk about heat exhaustion and sunstroke, a very big issue, and one that quite often we get affected by and don't even realize that we've really been affected by it until we start having some other issues, which I will discuss further in here. Now, each week goes over one of the remedies in the kit and all the different dynamic ways to prevent, and if you can't prevent, then how do you resolve it? Now again, I can't cover all the information that's going to be in the booklet because I just don't have time for that, but definitely get the booklet. It's full of all kinds of stuff. It's 60 pages long. It's basically a book. It has lots and lots of great information in there, and you will certainly enjoy it. I know you will. So let's cover this week heat exhaustion and sunstroke. Next week we're going to go into bug bites and stings and all the ways to prevent, if not prevent, and recover fully. Sunburns is the week after, which, yeah, we've all had sunburns, but how do you make sure that you don't get deeper damage from it? And then dehydration is the next one after that, which chronic dehydration is a big issue, and one, again, that often we aren't even aware we have. And I have all kinds of great hydrating ideas for that. And then the final one is sports injuries. Now, what's interesting about sports injuries is, yes, we all tend to have, times when we get a little over exuberant, especially when we're excited to be outside in the summertime, and we go a little too hard and we injure ourselves. But did you know that there is a state of mind that resonates with all of these issues, and that you can actually remove that state of mind so you are less susceptible to these problems? And I go into all that in my booklet. There's all kinds of great ideas, mantras and questions, and way to even muscle test yourself for those issues. So definitely get the booklet, because I can't go into all that in the videos, but I will go into as much as I can. So today's heat exhaustion and sunstroke. Well, number one is prevention. Obviously, we want to prevent, because as you know I talk about this all the time, but the more you get impinged on a physical level, the more you're going to be affected on a mental emotional level, and vice versa. But most of these issues are all seemingly physical and very external issues. Having said that, there's a state of mind why you attract it, but I'm going to address the physical as much as possible, because we obviously want to try and prevent it, and how to recover fully if you do get it. And again, the more you get impinged, the stronger it's going to affect you. So, like I said, in the booklet, you will get all kinds of great nutritional ideas. And I apologize, I'm reading from a script because I want to make sure I cover everything as much as possible. So in the booklet, there's all kinds of great nutritional ideas, especially cooling and hydrating ideas. I think I give you, there's a smoothie recipe in there, some juicing ideas. I give you my really cool summer vegan raw protein breakfast. That's my absolute favorite. It's in there. So there's lots and lots of great advice in there. So definitely go get the booklet. Now, heat exhaustion and sunstroke. How do we prevent? Well, I mean, all the obvious ways. are, you know, wear a hat and wear loose clothing and stay out of the hot heat in the middle of the day, you know, as much as possible. Stay in the shade. A fan. I actually, this week, because we're in this massive heat wave here in southwestern Ontario, I was at my daughter's grad. They don't have any air in their gym, and I have this great fan that a client gave me. She'd been to Spain and bought it for me. It's very sweet. And I took it with me, and it's amazing how much just moving the air makes a difference. So any way to keep yourself cool is a really great idea, aside from drinking lots and lots and lots of water. Now here's an interesting tidbit. Do not drink ice cold water. I know we all want to get super ice cold water when it's super hot out. We think that, you know, that's going to keep us cool. But the interesting thing is that actually super ice cold water shocks the body when it's already hot. So you don't want to create another double whammy by adding, you know, super cold water. And if you've been impinged, which I'll discuss later, but if you've been affected, again, no super cold water right off the bat. I want you to drink warm water. In fact, drink a tea initially to slowly bring your body temperature back down. Because if you put yourself into a state of shock, now you've got a double whammy going on. You have two issues going on in your body, then your body's already struggling to overcome. So no ice cold water inside. Having said that, there are some great, really neat tools that you can use on the outside. You can pour ice cold water over your head if you want. If you have to be outside, use these great ideas. Now I have some really cool ones, and actually this one was my mom's, and we were kids. I used to actually show and train horses, and of course show season is always in the middle of the summer and it's always super hot. So she took like old washcloths and she'd get them wet and wring them out and then stick them in a Ziploc bag, nice and neat and folded, stick them in the freezer. Now I've had this one out for a little bit, so it's actually thawing. But now, when you're in your event or whatever, and I use these for the kids, for soccer, and all kinds of great ideas. All you do is pull it out of the freezer or the your cooler pack, wherever you happen to be, and just take it out of the Ziploc bag and put it on your head. You can rub it around your body, you can stick it down your shirt, whatever works to cool you off. Now, the heat gets most affected on your head. You lose heat the most to your head, and you draw heat the most to your head. So cooling off the head and the crown chakra are by far your best places to cool off. You'd be amazed at how cool you feel when you just put that pack on your head. It's an amazing feeling. And so you want to make sure you keep cool as much as possible. Drink lots and lots of water. Now, another great idea is this cooling spray. And again, the recipe is in the booklet, but I'll tell you it. I just put rose water. I fill up a spray bottle with rose water. And rose water is pretty easy to come by. It's not that difficult. There's lots of ethnic places around you can buy it, and it's not expensive. And then essential oils. And in here I have lavender, peppermint, rosemary, and grapefruit. And then the oil sits on top, so I just shake it up when I'm at the beach, or if I'm at the cottage, or if I've just been out gardening and I'm feeling a little hot. Then I just mist myself off. It feels good. And the smell is really, it's the essential oils. They have such an amazing frequency and energy, and those specific essential oils will really uplift the life. It's an uplifting, refreshing scent, and that's the point of it. Is yes, the mist is going to dissipate pretty quickly, but it's the essential oils that will hang around for a while and make you feel, whoo, I feel good, I feel a little more lively again. So I have lots of other essential oil ideas in the kit. I also have some flower essences ideas. I know, again, I know these are physical issues, most of these, but there is, you know, a state of mind and a mental emotional that goes along with it, and there are great ideas in there as well. So look to all of those. So cooling ideas on the outside, you know, lots of fluids on the inside, staying cool on the inside, but don't overdo it if you're going to be outside. Now, what else do I have on here? Oh, the wet bandana. Yeah, similar to this idea is I would take, I worked for the Ministry of Natural Resources when I was in college, and it was, that summer was like a super hot, overwhelming summer. It was like one of the record years we've ever had. And what I would do is I would take ice cold water, not to drink, but in a big container in the truck. Well, that's when we were out working wherever. And I wore a bandana. And what I would do is I would soak the bandana in the ice cold water, and then I would just put it on as a hat and tie it up and then I would wear it until it got hot and dry, and then I would take it off and soak it again and put it on, and I had no issues. Keeping the head cool is number one. So remember those ideas. They're all great to use, and try them. You know, I mean, if you're out playing soccer, put a cold, wet bandana on your head while you're running. It'll keep the hair out of your face, and it'll keep you cool, and you probably run a whole lot faster than everybody else. So those are great ideas on the outside. Now, having said that, if you find that you are feeling a little bit dizzy, feeling a little nauseous, getting a bit of a headache, and you've been outside, the other key thing is if you stop sweating and you're not urinating, then you are having some damage issues. Guaranteed. You have gotten to the point where you're not taking in enough fluid to maintain the drying off of fluid that the heat and the sun is doing. So you need to get in out of the hot sun right away if that happens, especially, of course, if you're dizzy and nauseous too. Now, what happens is, you know, yes, we can feel like, okay, I did a little too much out in the hot sun, and I need to go in and get cooled, and I drink my warm body temperature water, and I've cooled off, and I've rested, and I feel better. If you feel still not 100% the next day, you know, or even later that day, the odds are you have damage. You've done some damage at a deep, not just cellular level, but at a life force level. And you need to recover properly and fully, because if you don't recover properly, what you'll find is that you are more susceptible to the heat and the humidity again next time. And I talk about this on my blog with and the newsletter. If you read the blog, I actually talk about my brother's issues that he had with it. But also, if you're someone who just finds that I just hate the heat, I don't do well with it, I just melt. There's a reason behind that. The human body is designed to be able to handle everything within reason. I mean, obviously, even a super healthy person isn't going to lay out in the middle of a desert and go, good to go. And, you know, we have to maintain our fluid, and we have to stay cool, yes. But if you can't even do a little bit, then the odds are, maybe even when you were a baby, you got affected. You had heat stroke or sunstroke and just didn't even know it. You weren't conscious of it at the time, and neither were your parents. And, you know, maybe you're a little bit off, you had a rash, whatever. But you've damaged something. Now, the cool thing is the remedies in this kit are dynamic medicine. They work by natural laws. They go in objectively and remove the damage on all levels, and that's the cool part of these remedies. So aside from all the other great ideas and tips and tools that you're going to get at the physical, mental, and emotional level in the booklet, you're going to get the cool little remedy. And so, and like I said, this week's been super hot. Now, here's the stock bottle that I use to make the little granules that you get, and my family's been taking this remedy all week. We just put it in our water when we go off. I'm going off to ride today. Definitely taking the remedy. In fact, I actually give that remedy to my horse because she's black and it's hot out. So it just makes sure that she's not going to get affected by it as well. And then don't overdo it. Do all the preventative ideas. So hopefully this video has given you some great ideas to stay cool and hydrated, and to keep from getting heat exhaustion and sunstroke. But if you want to, you know, prevent more and come up with some more great ideas, definitely go get my booklet. Like I said, it's going to be on sale through this 5-week series, and I'd love for you to get it and let me know what you think of it. I've just been so enjoying making these kits and hearing all the wonderful feedback. So thank you for being a part of this first part of the video series, and I'm really excited about next week. We talk about bug bites and stings, so make sure you tune in and open up your newsletter and go in and watch the video, and there'll be all kinds of great ideas for that. So for the rest of this week, stay cool, stay hydrated, and enjoy. In True Resonant Health, it's Andrea Coulter.